Well, Bob Marley, that's because the first time I heard him, it was the first time I'd heard reggae. Obviously now I know a lot more reggae, but he was the first reggae artist I ever heard, and it blew my mind. This, I was actually looking for Kinda Blue, you know that record, Kinda Blue? But this record's in a sort of similar vein. I love Kinda Blue, and I like this. This is perfect for sunny days. Not that there are many sunny days where I live in Scotland, so I don't get to play it that much. That one. A Thelonious Monk, just anything by him, really. I was looking for an album called Straight No Chaser. This is going to sound like this guy doesn't have any of the records that I want, but he's got a lot of great records. But Thelonious Monk, I love him because just because he's a bit of a punk before his time. I see a great similarity between him and the Sex Pistols and his approach to playing. There's a story that Oscar Peterson, I think it was, said to him, why do you play like that? Why do you play so aggressive? And you could play beautifully. And Thelonious said, don't worry man, you'll catch up. I was like that. Robert Johnson, well that's just because, he's an elusive character. He was one of the first people I heard with regards to blues music when I started digging into it. And yeah, he's just real. This was a movie I watched when I was about 11, and it made me feel a bit sick, but in a really good way. Yeah, I just loved it. I think I connected with it because I lived in a sort of seaport town called Bangor, and I wanted it to be like Brighton, but it was nothing like Brighton. But I could sort of identify with this guy, or all four of those guys. That one guy, four people. That doesn't really need an explanation, does it? It's just a great record. Serge Gainsbourg, absolutely amazing. He's influenced so many musicians, it's hard to take in. I just love the sound of that record, love the approach to how he recorded it, and just the songs, and it's just vibey as get out. And this, I heard this for the first time. I heard this on the same day that I heard Free, which I couldn't find in there either. In my friend Eddie Shaw's house, his flat in Dufferin Avenue, played that to me. And I kind of didn't know which way was up after that. That changed everything. So did this. I was about maybe 9 years old, and Blondie came on TV singing that Heart of Glass. And it was the first time I had those emotions, boy emotions, but I didn't know what they were. I just knew I felt a bit ill every time she came on the TV. She made me want to throw up in a really good way. This record, I love, absolutely love, just start to finish. Just, it's got that Thelonious Monk approach to music. And my brother had it, the next brother after me, Paul, he was into a lot of punk music, listened to the Sex Pistols and the Clash and the Damned and the Exploited and that kind of thing, but there was something about this record in particular that really stood out to me. And I've loved it ever since. This, I just kind of picked out because the first time I heard that Put a Spell on You track, the first time I heard it wasn't him, but the first time I heard his version, he just intrigued me. He was so different from anybody around at the time. He was, I guess he was in that era of musicians too, where everyone was different, whereas now it's got a bit homogenized, doesn't it? There's a lot of people sound the same. He was a unique cat, for sure. Mahalia Jackson. My dad always used to listen to Mahalia Jackson. And yeah, you can learn a lot listening to that woman sing. Sings like her life depends on it. So that's why I picked that. And this is a way lesser known Stevie Wonder record that I bought in some kind of, I think it was Oxfam in Belfast, just because it was £1 or something. I'd never heard of the record, but it's a great album. Great album. Loads of kind of mad instrumental stuff on it and all. And Stevie, I mean, he doesn't really do anything that's bad, does he? Let's face it. Tom Waits. I mean, my goodness. My favourite record of Tom's is actually a record called Mule Variations. But this album, as I was just sort of starting to write my own songs, I came across this. I can't remember who introduced me to it, but it's just, it's like listening to a film, top to bottom. It's a brilliant record, beautiful record, some great songs on it. And this is another one that I was introduced to by Eddie Shaw. And Eddie Shaw, it's not Eddie Shaw, it's Eddie Hops. What am I talking about? Not that you guys care, but it was Edward Hops. He first played me Jimi Hendrix as well. We go down and sit in his house and listen to all this kind of stuff until 3 in the morning. That's a great record. And these just because, well, you know what? The band are great, the songs are great, but there was something about Michael Hutchence. He was just a different class of human. He was a proper rock star in every way, wasn't he? And the way he delivered those songs with such sauce and sass. Yeah, and we're in Oz, so it makes sense to pick at least one Aussie band, right? I couldn't find any AC/DC. So.